Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the cabin out here at St. Bernard Acres. This is Saturday, May 11th. 18 days away from my birthday. 67. Amazing, I'm telling you. Geez, what's going on? It's been raining. The sun's out right now, but it's been raining a lot today, as per usual. It's the weekend, you know. I'm here till Monday. It's not supposed to rain now. It's supposed to have stopped, and then, you know, it's not supposed to be any more rain until Tuesday. So hopefully Monday I can get out here and mow. It's so overgrown again in just a couple of weeks. It's crazy. But that's the plan, try to get that done. You saw in my last video, I've got the pads put in place for my house and for Alex's house. So I went by Carter Lumber. Thought, all right, you know, I'll go grab me a bite to eat and go by the lumber store, order all the blocks and everything, and have them delivered. And they close at noon on Saturdays. I never would have thought that in my life, that a hardware store would close at noon on a Saturday. But I guess I'll call them Monday and order them. The 8x8x16 cinder blocks are $2.17 a piece at Carter. They're $2.38 a piece at Lowe's. But with my military discount, I'd get my military discount off of those. That would take it around, you know, a little bit cheaper than Carter by a few cents. But Carter Lumber will deliver them on a pallet. And I'm going to order 90 of a pallet of 90 right now. And 100 of the 4x4x8 solid ones. Because I'm going to need some and Alex is going to need some. So I'll get those brought out here this week, and I can start laying out all of my blocks that I'm going to need. So there is progress being made. I am going to do a live stream tonight at 8 o'clock, so we're going to try that one out again. In today's video, I want to discuss something that I've said 100 times previously, and I'm sure I'll say it 100 times again. The most important tool to have as a prepper is knowledge. You need to have the knowledge of how things work, how to fix things, how to build things. You know, if SHTF happens, you know, depending on what happens, it could be up to you for months to have to figure. You can't call and you're not going to be able to call anybody to come in and do anything for you. So I think knowledge is everything. Plus, as you're building a homestead like I am out here, it's a whole lot cheaper to do it yourself than it is to hire somebody in to do it for you. Now, obviously, I can't do everything by myself. I had Donnie come out and do all the excavation with his track hoe and do the gravel pads and everything. So, but that's not like something I have to repair later or might break later and I have to redo it. But I am building everything on my own is what I'm doing out here. And I'm not a builder. The only building experience I had prior to this, I was just under 16 years old. I ran away from home in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I hitchhiked from Cincinnati to Corpus Christi, Texas to live with my sister down there and her husband. He was a cabinet maker and a finished carpenter, general everybody. So I got down there, he made me finish school and he put me to work. And I learned how, you know, I didn't learn how to do anything. I got experience doing a lot of different things. I'll put it that way. I mean, I've framed houses, but you know what? I might spend 2 hours a day after school working on framing crew, finish crew. So, I mean, there was that little bit of familiarity to it. That's how much experience I had when I started this process. So what I thought I would share with you, one of my tips and one of my suggestions to you, buy books. You're not going to be able to Google it. You're not going to be able to call anybody to come and fix a problem. Get books, learn how to do it. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to become an expert at anything, which I'm not. I will be an expert at nothing. But I will have enough knowledge to be able to handle a situation. That's what's most important. And I want to show you a few of the books that I've picked up in thrift stores, used bookstores, marked garage sales, flea market. I'm always looking for books that will give me knowledge that I can use out here. And if something happens to me and my kids are here, or my family's here, they will have reference points that they'll be able to go back to and see how to do something. So, to me, that's an extremely important part of being a prepper. Now, I did have that argument, that discussion about, well, I have a group of people and everybody in my group has different skill sets. That way I don't have to worry about fixing anything or building anything because I've got people in my group that can do that. Well, what if that person in your group that you're depending on did all your electrical work for you or your solar work? What if he can't make it after SHTF? What do you do then? My idea of being prepared is being able to do all of this stuff myself. I want to put myself in the best situation to where I don't have to depend on anybody. I don't have to depend on a group coming together to do this for me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the experience and do it myself. That's the mindset you got to have. So let me show you a few books just for the hell of it. And it's not, you don't have to go out and buy specialized books, right? When I see books, I pick them up. These are old, these are new. I mean, it's all different. I see them and I grab them because they might help me out. The first one is this Reader's Digest book that I think I paid $2 for. A home improvement manual, right? Do-it-yourself guide to renovating, modernizing, and adding space to your home. And look, it's got plenty of pictures. That makes it easier for me. Plenty of pictures. But yeah, I mean, in every aspect of it, this is a good generalized book. I'm happy I found this one. And if nothing else, you get ideas from it. Another 2 books that I picked up, these I paid $1 a piece for. They're Black & Decker, the complete home repair guide is what this is. 350 projects, 2,300 photographs on doing everything. All the electrical, it's plumbing. This covers everything that you might have to repair on your homestead. Another one, book 2 of this Black & Decker, I don't know how many books were in it. I found these 2. The Complete Home Improvement Guide. Again, 300 projects, 2,000 photographs. And it's all add rooms, run the electric, run the plumbing, run ductwork, run air conditioner. All of it. Just great reference guides. That's what you got to have. And you sit there and you go through these books, you get ideas, you learn things. Okay. I wish I had found this one earlier when I built this cabin, this particular book, but I found it in time when I'm building my house. I don't remember where I got this, but I got it somewhere. The Complete Book of Framing. This is a great one for me. And it teaches you everything about framing. Roofs, because, you know, I got to build trusses now. Stairs, I mean, just, it teaches you how to frame a house, is what it is. Everything you need to know to frame a house. Residential construction. Let's see, this one is an old book. This is from '77. But you know what? Plumb it yourself. You gotta do plumbing. Now this is before shark bites and all the cool easy stuff. But still, it shows you how plumbing works. And how you could fix something if you had to. Old but a good one. This one, 3rd edition. I don't know where I got it. Drywall. Learn how to choose the right drywall for the job. Hang, tape, and finish like a pro. Work with new corner bead products. Repair damaged walls and ceilings. Prep drywall for paint and texture finishes. I mean, again, a great book to have. These are books just strictly dealing with construction that I'm going to be doing. Go down to this one. The Complete Book of Ultimate Guide, Wiring. And this one, for its time, met the NEC codes. But yeah, everything you need to know about wiring a house and repairing the wiring in a house. This is how I wired this cabin. That's how long I've had it. This is one of the things that helped me run all of the electric out here. Now, I literally saved thousands of dollars by doing this electrical work by myself. Not having to pay somebody. I learned how to do it. I have a couple of friends who are electricians who gave me advice, answered my questions for me. But from the high voltage lines running across the grid to this cabin and my house and the barn, I ran all of the electric. I installed everything. I had no electrician do anything. Because, number one, I couldn't afford it. So I wound up having to do it myself. But the same with framing. The same with this. I showed this. This is the book, Ohio Administrative Code for sewage treatments. Right? I study this book. Study this. No pictures. Well, there's a few pictures. But I take a test. It costs $65. And I'm certified to install my own septic system. The cheapest quote on doing a septic system out here that I found was $12,000 for my little 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. Right? By spending $65 studying this book, learning how it works, what all the terminology is helps. Even if you're not going to do it yourself, learn what it is so when you're talking to somebody about it, you don't sound like an idiot that they can take advantage of. A lot of people will do that. If you sound like you know what you're talking about, you might get a better deal. But they wanted $12,000 to install the septic system here. I'm going to put it in myself for half of that. That just shows you. I spent, well, after I get the $5,100 back with the electric, I spent about $2,000 out of pocket for all of the electric. I mean, that includes all the wiring and the service panels, the breaker, the switch, the meter base, the trenching, all of it cost me about $2,000. If I had to call an electrical company out here to get a quote to run the electric from 300 feet down the road underground up to here and run everything that needed to be run, you're looking at thousands of dollars at least. So I save money by learning and doing it myself. Now, Russell, one of my subscribers, sent me the 2023 NEC code book, the National Electric Code, right? Nice big book, which was perfect. That helped me out tremendously because that I could reference back and make sure I was doing everything up to code, not because I had to pass an inspection, but because I wanted it to be safe. And battery went out on the phone, on the camera again. So at least I saw it this time. I wasn't out trying to do something and it went out. Anyway, I wanted to be safe. Everything I'd done here, I needed to be safe because I'm bringing my family out here. So I don't want to do shoddy work. But I know how to fix whatever goes wrong now. That's the important thing. I'll show you another book I found that I thought was really cool. Just happened to find it the other day in the thrift store. It's a college book, but first aid. This is to get your first aid CPR certificate. And it's got pretty pictures. Well, some of them were kind of ugly when they showed the wounds. But it shows you first aid. Now, I'm not saying I want to do my own surgeries, but it's good to know. It's good to have references. You know, these aren't all the books I've got. I got many others. These are just ones I've made recent purchases of at the thrift shops and stuff. Just look, get them. You can't go wrong with the books. And like I said, when I'm gone, then my family will have all of these to reference back to as well. So that's my advice to you. Don't depend on somebody else to do the work for you. Even if you have somebody else do it, learn how to do it while they're doing it. That's the key. That's the most important thing to prepping, as far as I'm concerned, is knowledge. You know, seeds, sure. But collecting seeds and growing food are two different things. I know a bunch of people that collect seeds, but they have no idea how to plant a garden. So, and I'm one of those guys. I don't know gardening. I'm learning it. I happen to find, I forgot to bring it with me, but Gardening for Dummies. Remember all the Dummies books? I don't even know if they still print them or not. But it was really popular in the PC world back in the 90s, you know. PCs for dummies, laptops for dummies, Lotus 123 for dummies, WordPerfect for dummies. Well, they got everything for dummies started coming out. I happened to see in the thrift store Gardening for Dummies, so I grabbed it. But yeah, that's the advice I would leave you with. Gain knowledge and you'll be good. You can survive anything then. This is Joe out here at the cabin at St. Bernard Acres. Remember to like, share, comment, blah, blah, blah. And hang around because, well, don't hang around, but come back about 8 o'clock because I'm going to try to do a live stream. I'm out.